Piercing the darkness. Audiogram, robotaxis. The future chauffeurs for the blind and beyond. Hi, Bill Hall here. Let me ask you something. Have you ever waited ages for a bus that never shows or tried calling a cab, only to find none are available? Now imagine this. A car pulls up, empty except for a friendly voice saying, "Hi there, ready to roll?" No driver, no grumpy attitude, and no complaints about your guide dog shedding on the seats. Sounds like science fiction? Well, welcome to the world of robo-taxis. Let's take a ride into this futuristic revolution and see what it means for you and me. The rise of robo-taxis, or driverless cars, are becoming more than just headlines. Companies like Tesla, Waymo, and May Mobility are turning dreams into reality with cars that drive themselves. These vehicles are designed to be affordable, efficient, and, hopefully, accessible for everyone. For people who can't drive, whether due to blindness, age, or simply a lack of good roads, robo-taxis promise a new era of independence. No more being stuck at home or relying on neighbors to hitch a ride. Just tap your phone, and voila, a car arrives to whisk you away. But before we pop the champagne, let's see how these robo-rides are shaping up in practice. Arlington, Texas, where the future has arrived. If you think robo-taxis are a thing of tomorrow, think again. In Arlington, Texas, the future is already cruising the streets. The city launched a pilot program that's as groundbreaking as a new pair of non-slip shoes. Working with May Mobility and Via, Arlington's fleet includes accessible vehicles for people with disabilities. Yes, they actually thought of everyone. A rarity in tech. Here's how it works. Riders use an app to book a ride. The vehicles operate in specific areas, connecting transit hubs, parks, and entertainment zones. The best part? These robocabs are designed with accessibility in mind. They come with ramps for wheelchairs, spacious interiors, and audio guidance for visually impaired passengers. One blind rider called it liberating. I call it a giant step toward true independence. Roadblocks on the robo-road now? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. While Arlington's program is paving the way, not all robotaxi designs are created equal. Tesla's Cybercab, for example, is sleek, stylish, and a bit impractical for anyone who isn't an acrobat. Its low seating and minimalist design might leave some of us fumbling like it's a game of Twister. Then there's the tech itself. Robotaxis rely on advanced AI to navigate, but they're not perfect. Complicated intersections, jaywalking squirrels, and random parade floats can throw them for a loop. For blind riders, accessible pickup points with clear audio signals are essential. Otherwise, finding your ride might feel like playing hide and seek, and let's be honest, nobody has time for that. Filling the transportation gap. For those of us living in areas where buses are rare and taxis are pricier than a Broadway ticket, robo-taxis could be a game changer. Imagine having a reliable, affordable ride at your fingertips. No waiting, no cancellations, and no need to explain for the 10th time that your guide dog is, in fact, working and not there to eat their snacks. These vehicles also have the potential to serve rural and suburban areas, where public transportation is often an afterthought. Finally, a solution that doesn't involve asking your neighbor for a lift every other day. The road ahead. Are robotaxis the perfect solution? Not yet, but we're getting closer. Companies are learning from programs like Arlington's and slowly adapting to include features that serve all passengers. If they get it right, robotaxis could transform not just how we travel, but how we live. What's next? So, are you ready to take a ride into the future? Do you think robotaxis will finally solve the transportation puzzle for the blind and underserved? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your stories, wish lists, or even your funniest transportation mishaps in the comments. Don't forget to like, follow, and share this podcast with your friends. Together we can keep the conversation moving. And as always, remember, never give up, never. This is Bill Hall signing off. See you next time.